So Moses Bliss just posted something and somehow the whole design community is in chaos. Let's watch the video.
Hi, this is for graphic designers. If you're an exceptional graphic designer, I want you on my team. Design something with the Mountain Experience Abuja. We're doing it 11th of April, 6 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. You can check my previous post for the details. Just design something with the Mountain Experience Abuja and, post it or tag me to it. And I'm going to be picking the best designer and you'll be joining my team. And it's going to be next level for you. It's a great opportunity. Tag every graphic designer you know to this post. Let's go.
So the question is very simple. Would you design for free for an opportunity? Because right now I'm going through the comments and the codes and everything on Twitter and on Facebook. Two things are clear. Some designers are saying that this is exploitation and others are saying this is a once in a lifetime opportunity. So let's talk about it properly. You don't need to really deal with this with emotions. Let's take the facts and let's see how this unfolds. Now, here is the real gist. Moses Bliss is organizing a program, okay, and he has invited graphic designers to submit designs and he'll pick the best one out of them and add a person to his team. So the idea is simple: create something and submit. I think he didn't even provide like a very straightforward an email or something. You just create and submit on social media and tag him. He picks the best ones and the person gets hired to his team. That sounds good, right? But not everyone thinks like that. Right now on the internet, graphic designers are split into two. There are the angry designers, those that are saying that they want us to work for free. They're exploiting us. Who does that? Who asks people to submit and they choose? Who asks people to do music and they choose? There are those sets of graphic designers. And then there are the opportunity squad. Oh, this is exposure. This can change someone's life at once. Some people are even saying that the angry squad are complaining too much. But honestly, this might sound weird, but both sides have a point. But which side are you on? You see, personally, the real problem isn't the challenge in itself. Don't get me wrong. The problem is how designers think about opportunities like this and how they approach it. I'll explain further. You see, in instances like this, two things are likely to happen. The first one is you might participate in challenges like this and people will see you. Even the main organizer of the event might see you. It will change your career forever. And designers, let's be realistic here a bit. This happens almost in so many fields. Football, one of the most money-making careers ever, sometimes has this going on where people organize for justification. You justify your inclusion. People gather, they play, they don't get paid. Sometimes people move from one justify to the other, different regions, different states, and all those things, and they don't get recognized until that particular justify where everything changed for them. When it comes to the music field, there are times big artists would put out sounds and they say they are doing verse challenges. Artists or upcoming artists hop on it and then sometimes they get their breakthrough. These, among others, happens time to time. So personally, if a big artist like Moses Bliss is organizing something like this, practically it's not entirely wrong. But the real question is, what approach are you using for this? Then again, let me say this. If you're an upcoming designer, right, I've always advocated for trying things like this or designing for free to give you one, practicals because you need it, to give you the exposure and all of these things. Because sometimes if you participate in challenges like this, even if the main organizer doesn't recognize you, there are people in the comments or brands in the comments looking at it, and if they see that your design or whatever you did, it's nice to them, your approach is nice to them, they might even hire you. But then this becomes a whole bad idea if you have something real, like a real project taking on, or you have other very important stuff doing, and then you still decide to spend hours taking in challenges like this, which is not 100% guarantee that the artist would even see it. So if you are going to spend hours designing this, if you are going to submit it blindly, especially in this case where there is no specific email or anything to submit to, and obviously the artist is not going to see it, nobody is going to see it, you're not even going to get reactions on it, and most importantly, you don't win or you don't gain anything on it, and then you move on like that, then you are treating this like a lottery. And that is where many designers get it wrong. That's not strategy. That's straight up gambling. But then it can also get interesting. let's say you have some few hours to spend as a designer. You don't really have like serious projects working on, or you have some free time at hand. Then these type of challenges, when you are really smart at it, can be powerful. Let me share this quick story with you. So when I started making cartoons, I made a cartoon of Sarkodie, one of the popular musicians in Ghana. I made it from a fan point of view, and I made it at my leisure time. Now that video went up to be one of my most viewed videos on my YouTube channel. It gave me views, it gave me money, and most importantly, I got a client that decided to work with me simply because she was a fan of Sarkodie and she saw me do a fan art of Sarkodie. Do you see how this whole thing unfolds? I worked with this person for so many years simply because I made a fan art of a popular artist. So you can see how this whole thing unfolds. ECG. So yeah, ECG decided to take their height. So let me continue from here. The whole point I was trying to make is that you might take part in challenges like this, and later on, is the lighting even okay? You might take part in challenges like this, and later on, you can get opportunities or these exposure thing that they are talking about from it. But the whole bottom line is that if you have serious important works or projects that you are working on, you don't necessarily have to take part in these challenges. But then if you are looking at building your portfolio, getting yourself out there, because let's be frankly honest, some of us do birthday flyers, monthly posts, abstract designs. We take brands and then we do abstract designs for them, all at no cost. So if you have free time on your hand, and then you can participate in challenges. If you don't win, you are building your portfolio. If you don't win, you are just putting yourself out there. But it becomes a problem when you actually have something more important doing it. You decide to hop on it with the whole idea that Moses Bliss might actually have you on his team. That doesn't sit right. And then again, my biggest issue with this whole thing is the timing. I think this is more of a publicity stunt rather than actually wanting a challenge in the first place and wanting people on your team, because make it make sense. The post was made on 7th April. That was yesterday. Today is 8th April. The program is on 11th April. So 4 days apart, and you are now, I think there's already a flyer out there, and you are now throwing the challenge for people to, you see where I'm coming from. I think it's more of a strategy to get people talking about it. And it's really working because, first off, if you look at the post on Facebook, the first post that he made, it actually has over 13,000 comments. Comments only. I'll insert the views that it's gathered over here. And people are talking about it on Twitter, on Facebook, so many opinions here and there. And the whole strategy is working because I personally didn't even know a program like that was coming on until this whole thing popped up. So I think it's more of a publicity stunt rather than a challenge in itself. So designers, don't get too emotional or don't get too angry at this. It's just a strategy, and I think it's really working for them. Because if you pay close attention, the whole design thing, there is not even a specific email or criteria for selection. It just threw it like that, and everybody's, or most people, some people are just jumping on it. So it's more of a publicity stunt than a design challenge. And more so, Moses Bliss is a big person, a very big brand. You can just ask some creative studios or agencies to get him a very good designer if he wants to get one today. So don't get too agitated about this whole thing, and don't make it look like people are just trying to play on your intelligence. It's just a marketing strategy. But all in all, people are choosing to jump on this challenge and others won't. But where do you stand? Do you think this is a good opportunity for you to get yourself out there and a possibility to work with Moses Bliss? Or you think this is a complete waste of time? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. And thank you so much for sticking around to watch this video. If you enjoy more videos like this, subscribe so that you don't miss out on the next ones. Thank you so much, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Innocence here, and bye.